My friend, if you are listening to this tonight, you have arrived at a moment that will change everything. Perhaps you came here with tired eyes and a heavy heart, carrying the weight of financial worry, the ache of unfulfilled dreams, or simply the quiet desperation that whispers, "There has to be more than this." I want you to know something profound. Your subconscious mind never sleeps. While your conscious mind rests, repairs, and dreams, there exists within you a vast intelligence that continues to work, continues to process, continues to create. This is not metaphysical wishful thinking. This is science. For over 4 decades, I have studied the intricate dance between consciousness and cellular biology. What I have discovered will astound you. Every thought you think, every word you hear, every belief you hold, creates a cascade of biochemical responses throughout your entire body. Your cells are literally listening to every conversation you have with yourself, and they respond accordingly. Tonight, we embark on a sacred journey together, not one of force or effort, but of gentle surrender and profound trust. You see, abundance is not something you chase, something you struggle for, or something you earn through suffering. Abundance is your natural state, encoded into the very fabric of your DNA, waiting patiently for you to remember who you truly are. The human brain operates on different frequencies throughout the night. As you begin to relax, your brain waves shift from the busy beta state of daily consciousness into alpha, then theta, and finally into the deep delta waves of profound sleep. It is in these lower frequencies that your subconscious mind becomes most receptive, most malleable, most ready to accept new programming. Think of your subconscious as a vast recording device that has been playing the same old songs about money, worth, and possibility for decades. Tonight, we are going to gently replace those worn-out melodies with a symphony of abundance that resonates at the cellular level. Your body knows how to heal a cut without your conscious intervention. Your heart knows how to beat over 100,000 times each day without your management. Your lungs know how to breathe. Your stomach knows how to digest. Your immune system knows how to protect. In the same way, your consciousness knows how to attract, create, and manifest abundance when it is aligned with the proper frequencies. As you listen to these words, something beautiful is already beginning to happen. Your nervous system is starting to recognize the vibration of truth, the frequency of possibility, the resonance of your own divine potential. Every cell in your body is beginning to attune itself to a new reality, a reality where abundance flows as naturally as your breath. There exists a profound mystery in the hours between sunset and sunrise. While your physical body rests, your mind enters realms of possibility that your waking consciousness can barely comprehend. During these precious hours of sleep, you have access to dimensions of creativity, healing, and manifestation that remain largely untapped by most of humanity. Your sleeping mind operates beyond the limitations of linear time and 3-dimensional space. It communicates in symbols, images, emotions, and frequencies. It processes information at rates that would overwhelm your conscious mind, sorting through millions of bits of data, filing away experiences, and most importantly, integrating new beliefs and patterns into the very foundation of who you are. When you sleep, your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for criticism, judgment, and logical analysis, essentially goes offline. This creates a window of opportunity unlike any other. The critical factor that usually filters out new information, that says this is impossible or this will never work for me, is temporarily suspended. In this state, your subconscious mind becomes like fertile soil, ready to receive and nurture whatever seeds you choose to plant. I want you to understand something revolutionary. Your subconscious mind cannot distinguish between what you vividly imagine and what you actually experience. To your cellular intelligence, a powerfully imagined experience of abundance carries the same weight as a lived experience of prosperity. This is not a flaw in your system. It is a feature, a gift, a doorway to unlimited possibility. Every night, as you enter these altered states of consciousness, you have the opportunity to live, breathe, and experience the reality of your dreams. You can feel the emotions of financial freedom, taste the sweetness of unlimited possibility, and embody the version of yourself that lives in complete abundance. And as you do this night after night, your cells begin to memorize these new experiences, encoding them into your very DNA. The most successful people throughout history have intuitively understood this principle. They have learned to use their sleeping hours as laboratories of creation, workshops of transformation, and gardens where they cultivate their desired reality. Tonight, you join this ancient tradition of conscious dreamers and deliberate creators. Your sleeping mind has access to what quantum physicists call the field of infinite possibilities. In this field, all potential realities exist simultaneously, waiting for consciousness to collapse them into physical experience. When you sleep with intention, when you drift into slumber carrying specific visions and feelings, you are quite literally reaching into this field and selecting the reality you wish to experience. As we continue this journey together, I want you to release any effort, any striving, any sense that you must work hard to deserve abundance. Instead, allow yourself to sink into the profound knowing that prosperity is already yours, has always been yours, and is simply waiting for you to relax into its embrace. In the deepest reaches of quantum physics, scientists have discovered something that mystics have known for millennia. Consciousness is not produced by the brain, but rather consciousness creates and shapes reality itself. Your awareness, your attention, your focused intention literally calls forth experiences from the quantum field of infinite possibility. When you sleep, something miraculous happens to your relationship with this field. The electromagnetic signature of your heart and brain begins to resonate in coherence, creating what researchers call a heart-brain coherent state. In this state, your personal energy field extends far beyond the boundaries of your physical body, reaching into the quantum matrix that connects all things. Your heart generates the largest electromagnetic field in your body, 60 times greater in amplitude than your brain, and 5,000 times stronger in magnetic field strength. When this magnificent organ is coherent, when it is beating in rhythm with feelings of gratitude, love, and appreciation, it becomes a powerful transmitter, broadcasting your desires into the universal field with extraordinary clarity and strength. During sleep, especially in the deeper stages, your heart naturally enters these coherent states more frequently. This is why intentions and affirmations absorbed during sleep are so profoundly effective. You are literally transmitting your desires when your broadcasting system is at its most powerful and clear. The field responds to coherence, not complexity. It responds to feeling, not thinking. It responds to being, not doing. As you rest tonight, as you allow these words to sink deeper and deeper into your consciousness, you are establishing a new resonance, a new frequency that the field recognizes and responds to with matching experiences. Imagine for a moment that the quantum field is like a vast ocean of pure possibility, and your consciousness is like a tuning fork. Whatever frequency you consistently vibrate is the frequency that the ocean reflects back to you in the form of experiences, opportunities, and circumstances. Tonight, we are gently adjusting your tuning fork to the frequency of abundance. This is not about positive thinking or forced affirmations. This is about quantum resonance, about aligning the fundamental frequency of your being with the frequency of prosperity that already exists in the field. Abundance is not something you create. It is something you align with, something you tune into, something you remember you have always been worthy of receiving. As you continue to relax, as your brain waves slow and your heart rate stabilizes, you are entering the optimal state for this quantum alignment. Your cells are becoming more receptive, your energy field is expanding, and the invisible threads that connect you to infinite abundance are strengthening with each breath you take. Your body is composed of approximately 37 trillion cells, and each one of these microscopic universes carries within it the memory of every experience you have ever had. Every financial struggle, every moment of scarcity, every belief about limitation has been recorded at the cellular level, creating patterns of response that automatically recreate similar experiences. But here is what most people do not understand. These cellular memories are not permanent. They are not carved in stone. They are energy patterns, vibrational frequencies that can be transformed, updated, and completely rewritten. Tonight, as you rest in this receptive state, we are going to begin the gentle process of cellular reprogramming. Your cells communicate through frequencies, through vibrations, through electromagnetic signatures that carry information throughout your entire system. When you have been living with scarcity programming for years, your cells have memorized the frequency of not enough. They have become accustomed to the biochemistry of worry, the neurotransmitters of fear, the hormonal cascade of financial stress. But cells are remarkably adaptive. They want to serve your highest good. They want to support your dreams and aspirations. When you begin to consistently expose them to new frequencies, when you flood your system with the emotional and energetic signature of abundance, they begin to rewrite their programs, to update their software, to align with your new vision. During sleep, your cellular repair and regeneration processes are at their most active. Growth hormone is released, tissues are healed, and most importantly, cellular memories are consolidated and integrated. This is the perfect time to introduce new patterns, new frequencies, new programs that support your abundant future. As you listen to these words, imagine that each cell in your body is like a tiny radio receiver, tuning into the frequency of abundance that we are broadcasting together. Feel how your cells begin to resonate with prosperity, how they start to remember their original blueprint of unlimited potential and infinite possibility. Your DNA is not just a fixed genetic code. It is a dynamic, responsive system that changes based on your environment, your thoughts, your emotions, and your beliefs. Epigenetics has shown us that gene expression can be modified through consciousness, that you can literally activate the genes for abundance while deactivating the genes for scarcity and limitation. Tonight, we are working at the most fundamental level of your being, rewiring the very foundation of how your body experiences and creates reality. With each breath, with each moment of relaxation, with each word that penetrates your subconscious, you are updating your cellular software to the latest version, Abundance 2.0. Allow yourself to feel this transformation happening at the cellular level. Trust that your body knows how to integrate these new frequencies, just as it knows how to heal, how to breathe, and how to regenerate. Your cells are your willing partners in this journey toward unlimited prosperity. Many of the financial limitations you experience today are not truly yours. They are inherited patterns, generational beliefs, collective programming that has been passed down through family lines like ancestral DNA. Your great-grandparents lived through depressions, wars, and times of genuine scarcity, and their cellular memories of survival and lack became embedded in the family field. These generational patterns are not your fault, but they are your responsibility to heal. As you sleep tonight, you have the opportunity to break these chains of limitation, to release these inherited beliefs, and to become the ancestor who changes the financial destiny of your entire lineage. During REM sleep, your brain processes emotional memories, integrating experiences and releasing trapped emotions. This natural healing mechanism can be consciously directed towards specific patterns and traumas. As you rest, your sleeping mind can gently dissolve the emotional charge around money, transforming fear into trust, scarcity into abundance, and struggle into flow. Think of your subconscious mind as a vast library containing every financial experience, every money-related emotion, every belief about worth and deserving that you have ever encountered. Tonight, we are going to walk through this library together, gently removing the books that no longer serve you and replacing them with stories of prosperity, ease, and unlimited potential. Perhaps you carry memories of parents arguing about money, of not having enough for the things you wanted as a child, of messages that said money was evil, or that you had to work hard and struggle to deserve financial success. These memories live in your body as tension, as contraction, as automatic responses that limit your ability to receive abundance. But in the soft darkness of sleep, these memories lose their power over you. They become just stories, just old programs that can be gently updated with new information. As you relax deeper, feel these old patterns beginning to dissolve like salt in warm water, harmlessly releasing their grip on your present and future. Your dreaming mind has access to healing dimensions that your waking consciousness cannot reach. It can travel back through time to comfort your younger self, to provide the security and abundance that was missing, to rewrite the emotional programs that were formed during vulnerable moments. it can also travel forward, allowing you to experience and embody the wealthy, prosperous version of yourself that already exists in potential. As we continue this journey together, allow yourself to forgive all the financial struggles, all the times you felt you didn't have enough, all the decisions made from fear rather than love. Forgiveness is not about condoning these experiences. It is about releasing their energetic hold on your future. It is about freeing yourself to write a new story, to create a new reality, to step into the abundance that has always been your birthright. Your subconscious mind is like a faithful servant that never questions, never judges, never argues with the instructions it receives. Whatever you consistently tell it, whatever emotions you repeatedly feel, whatever images you vividly imagine become its blueprint for creating your external reality. This servant works 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, tirelessly arranging circumstances, attracting opportunities, and orchestrating encounters that match your inner programming. For most people, this servant has been receiving mixed messages, conflicting instructions, and programs based on limitation and fear. One moment you tell it you want wealth, the next moment you worry about not having enough. One day you affirm abundance, the next day you focus on bills and lack. These contradictory messages create confusion in your subconscious, leading to inconsistent and often disappointing results. But tonight, we are giving your subconscious clear, consistent, emotionally charged instructions about abundance. As you enter deeper states of relaxation and eventually sleep, your subconscious becomes incredibly receptive to new programming. The critical faculty that usually filters information goes offline, allowing new beliefs to be installed directly into your operating system. Your subconscious doesn't understand words in the same way your conscious mind does. It understands emotions, images, sensations, and feelings. It responds to the vibration behind the words, the feeling behind the thought, the energy behind the intention. This is why simply repeating positive affirmations without feeling is largely ineffective, while emotionally charged visualization during relaxed states creates profound transformation. As you listen to these words, feel into the reality of abundance. Don't just think about having money. Feel what it feels like to live without financial worry. Don't just imagine prosperity. Embody the emotions of someone who lives in complete financial freedom. Your subconscious is recording these feelings, these vibrations, these energetic signatures, and making them the blueprint for your future reality. The gateway between your conscious and subconscious mind is most open during the twilight states of consciousness, those liminal moments between waking and sleeping. In these precious windows, suggestions penetrate directly into your deepest levels of mind, bypassing all resistance and skepticism. This is why many of the world's most successful people listen to affirmations or visualizations as they fall asleep. Your subconscious has access to intelligence that your conscious mind cannot fathom. It can perceive patterns, opportunities, and possibilities that remain invisible to your logical thinking. When you program it with abundance frequencies, it begins to guide you toward people, situations, and opportunities that support your financial growth. It becomes your internal GPS, always navigating toward greater prosperity. Trust this process. Trust your subconscious servant to take these new instructions and begin immediately implementing them in your life. Trust that even now, as you rest and relax, powerful changes are being initiated at the deepest levels of your being. Your subconscious never sleeps, and tonight, it is working overtime to create your abundant future. Your brain is not a fixed structure, but a dynamic, ever-changing network of neural pathways that can be rewired, reshaped, and rebuilt throughout your entire life. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every belief you hold strengthens certain neural pathways, while allowing others to weaken and eventually disappear. This neuroplasticity is your greatest asset in transforming your financial reality. For years, you may have been unconsciously strengthening neural pathways associated with financial struggle, worry, and limitation. Each time you focused on what you didn't have, each time you felt the stress of financial pressure, each time you believed that money was hard to come by, you were literally etching these patterns deeper into your brain structure. But tonight, we begin the beautiful process of rewiring these pathways, creating new neural superhighways that lead directly to abundance and prosperity. As you relax and enter the receptive states of sleep, your brain becomes incredibly malleable, ready to form new connections and strengthen pathways that support your highest financial potential. Neuroscientists have discovered that when you vividly imagine an experience, your brain creates the same neural pathways as if you had actually lived that experience. This means that by consistently imagining yourself as financially abundant, by feeling the emotions of prosperity, by visualizing yourself living your dream life, you are literally building the brain circuitry that will make this reality possible. During sleep, particularly during REM phases, your brain consolidates memories and integrates new learning. The experiences you've imagined during your waking hours become woven into your neural network as if they were real memories. This process, called memory consolidation, is how your sleeping brain transforms today's abundance visualizations into tomorrow's automatic responses. As these new neural pathways strengthen, abundance thinking becomes easier, more natural, more automatic. Instead of your default thoughts being about lack and limitation, your default becomes thoughts of possibility and prosperity. Instead of automatically feeling stressed about money, you automatically feel confident about your financial future. The key to successful neural rewiring is repetition combined with strong emotion. Every time you feel genuine gratitude for the abundance already in your life, every time you experience sincere excitement about your financial goals, every time you embody the feeling of being wealthy, you are strengthening these prosperity pathways in your brain. Your sleeping hours are the optimal time for this rewiring process. As your conscious mind rests, your brain can focus entirely on integrating new patterns, strengthening beneficial pathways, and dissolving old limitations. With each night of this practice, your abundance consciousness becomes more ingrained, more natural, more automatic. Allow yourself to feel this transformation happening in real time. Trust that your brain knows how to rewire itself for success, just as it knows how to learn language, form memories, and process experiences. Your neural pathways are your willing partners in creating a prosperous future, and they are working right now to make abundance your new normal. One of the greatest obstacles to receiving abundance is the desperate need to control how, when, and from where prosperity will come. This need for control stems from fear, from the ego's belief that it must manage every detail of manifestation or disaster will surely follow. But true abundance flows from a place of trust, surrender, and divine allowing. Your ego mind wants to figure everything out, to have a plan, to know exactly how your financial dreams will unfold. It wants to control the timing, manipulate the circumstances, and force outcomes through sheer willpower. But this approach actually blocks the very abundance you're seeking, because it comes from a vibration of lack, fear, and mistrust in the universe's ability to provide. Tonight, as you rest in this state of gentle receptivity, you are practicing the sacred art of surrender. You are releasing your need to know how abundance will come, and instead focusing on the knowing that it will come. You are letting go of your attachment to specific outcomes and opening yourself to possibilities that are far beyond what your limited imagination could conceive. Surrender is not passive resignation or giving up on your dreams. True surrender is active trust, conscious allowing, deliberate receptivity. It is the recognition that there is an intelligence in the universe far greater than your individual mind. And this intelligence is always working in your favor, always orchestrating events for your highest good. When you sleep, you naturally surrender control. You cannot force yourself to sleep. You can only allow sleep to come. You cannot control your dreams. You can only experience them. You cannot manage the healing and regeneration that happens during sleep. You can only trust your body's innate wisdom to restore and renew itself. In the same way, you cannot force abundance. You can only align with it and allow it to flow. The universe has infinite ways to bring prosperity into your life, most of which your conscious mind has never even considered. When you release your attachment to specific methods and trust in the bigger picture, you open yourself to receiving abundance through channels you never knew existed. As you continue to relax, feel yourself releasing any need to figure out how your financial dreams will manifest. Let go of any timeline or expectation. Instead, rest in the deep knowing that the universe is conspiring in your favor. that every resource you need already exists, and that your job is simply to maintain alignment with abundance and trust the process. This surrender is not weakness, it is the ultimate strength. It is the courage to trust in something greater than yourself, while still taking inspired action when guidance comes. It is the wisdom to know that your highest good is already assured, and your job is to stay open to receiving it in whatever form it takes. Allow this trust to permeate every cell of your body as you drift deeper into sleep. Let your entire being relax into the knowing that you are supported, provided for, and infinitely loved by a universe that wants nothing more than to shower you with every blessing your heart desires. As your body transitions through the various stages of sleep, your vibrational frequency naturally shifts and changes. In the lighter stages of sleep, you remain somewhat connected to your daily concerns and mental chatter. But as you descend into deeper sleep states, your personal vibration begins to align with more universal frequencies, more cosmic rhythms, more divine patterns of creation. During deep sleep, particularly in delta wave states, your individual consciousness merges with what mystics call the cosmic consciousness, the universal mind, the field of pure potentiality. In these sacred hours, you are no longer just your individual self with your personal limitations and beliefs. You become connected to the infinite intelligence that created galaxies, that orchestrates the dance of planets, that maintains the perfect balance of all life. It is in these deep sleep states that true vibrational transformation occurs. Here, your energy field can be recalibrated, your frequency can be fine-tuned, your resonance can be adjusted to match the vibration of absolute abundance. This is not something you do, it is something you allow, something you surrender to, something you trust to unfold naturally. Your heart, as it beats steadily throughout the night, becomes like a master tuning fork, sending waves of coherent energy throughout your entire system. When your heart is aligned with feelings of gratitude, appreciation, and love, it creates a powerful, coherent field that entrains all other systems in your body to this same frequency of harmony and abundance. The Earth itself has a natural frequency, called the Schumann resonance, that oscillates at approximately 783 Hz. This frequency is almost identical to the alpha brainwave state associated with relaxation, meditation, and heightened intuition. As you sleep, your personal frequency naturally synchronizes with this planetary rhythm, connecting you to the abundant resources and infinite intelligence of Gaia herself. During the deepest phases of sleep, your pineal gland, often called the third eye, releases powerful neurochemicals including melatonin and DMT. These natural compounds not only regulate your sleep cycles, but also facilitate states of consciousness that transcend ordinary reality. In these altered states, you have access to dimensions of experience where abundance is not just possible, but inevitable. Your entire energy system becomes like a perfectly tuned instrument during these deep sleep phases. Your chakras align, your meridians flow freely, your aura expands, and your connection to universal life force energy becomes strong and clear. In this state of perfect vibrational alignment, abundance can flow into your life with no resistance, no blocks, no obstacles. As you feel yourself sinking deeper into sleep, trust that this natural process of vibrational alignment is occurring. Trust that your energy field is being recalibrated for prosperity, that your frequency is being adjusted for abundance, that your vibration is being aligned with your highest financial potential. This is happening automatically, naturally, perfectly, without any effort or strain on your part. Within every cell of your body lies your genetic code, your DNA, the blueprint that determines not just your physical characteristics, but also your predispositions, your tendencies, your automatic responses to life. For many years, scientists believed that your genes were fixed, unchangeable, destined to express themselves in predetermined ways, regardless of your thoughts, feelings, or experiences. But the revolutionary science of epigenetics has shattered this limiting belief. We now know that your genes are not your destiny. Gene expression can be modified, altered, and completely transformed through changes in your environment, your emotions, your beliefs, and your consciousness. You have the power to turn on genes that support abundance while turning off genes that promote scarcity and limitation. Your thoughts and emotions create chemical messengers called neuropeptides that travel throughout your bloodstream, carrying information to every cell in your body. When you consistently think thoughts of abundance and feel emotions of prosperity, you flood your system with neuropeptides that signal your genes to express patterns of wealth, creativity, and success. During sleep, your body's cellular repair and regeneration processes are at their peak. This is when genetic reprogramming is most effective, when new patterns can be most easily integrated into your cellular structure. As you rest tonight, your genes are literally being reprogrammed for abundance, success, and unlimited financial potential. Imagine that within your DNA lies dormant codes for prosperity, latent programs for wealth creation, sleeping potentials for financial genius that have never been activated. These abundance genes exist within you right now, waiting for the proper signals to begin expressing themselves. Tonight, through the power of conscious intention combined with deep relaxation, we are sending these activation signals throughout your entire system. Your ancestors survived ice ages, plagues, wars, and famines. They possessed incredible resourcefulness, creativity, and ability to thrive under challenging conditions. These survival and abundance genes are part of your heritage, encoded in your DNA, ready to be awakened and expressed in your modern life. You carry within you the genetic wisdom of thousands of generations of successful survivors and thrivers. But you also carry genes for limitation, for scarcity thinking, for fear-based responses that may have served your ancestors during times of genuine danger, but no longer serve you in today's world of abundant opportunity. Through conscious epigenetic reprogramming, you can turn down the volume on these limiting genes, while amplifying the expression of your abundance and prosperity codes. The beauty of epigenetic change is that it can happen quickly, sometimes within days or weeks, when the proper conditions are present. Strong emotion, clear intention, vivid visualization, and deep relaxation create the perfect environment for rapid genetic reprogramming. Every night that you practice this process, you are accelerating your epigenetic transformation toward abundance. Feel into the truth that your DNA is responding to these words right now, that your genes are receiving new instructions for prosperity, that your cellular intelligence is updating its programs for wealth and success. Trust that your genetic code is flexible, adaptive, and eager to support your highest financial potential. Your heart is not just a pump that circulates blood through your body. It is a sophisticated information processing center with its own neural network, often called the heart brain. This heart brain contains over 40,000 neurons and can think, feel, and make decisions independently of your cranial brain. When your heart and brain work together in coherence, they create a powerful state of optimal functioning that dramatically enhances your ability to manifest abundance. Heart-brain coherence occurs when the rhythm patterns of your heart become coherent and ordered, usually triggered by sustained positive emotions like gratitude, appreciation, care, or love. In this state, your heart rhythm pattern becomes smooth and sine wave-like, creating a cascade of beneficial effects throughout your entire physiology. When your heart and brain are coherent, your nervous system becomes balanced, your hormones optimize, your immune function improves, and most importantly for our purposes tonight, your electromagnetic field becomes incredibly strong and organized. This coherent electromagnetic field acts like a powerful broadcasting antenna, sending clear signals into the quantum field about your desires and intentions. During sleep, your heart naturally enters coherent states more frequently, especially when you go to sleep feeling peaceful, grateful, and emotionally balanced. These periods of natural heart coherence during sleep are golden opportunities for abundance manifestation, because your heart is broadcasting your intentions with maximum clarity and power. Research has shown that the heart's electromagnetic field is 60 times greater in amplitude than the electromagnetic field produced by the brain, and can be detected several feet away from the body with sensitive instruments. When your heart is coherent with feelings of abundance and prosperity, you are literally broadcasting these frequencies into your environment, influencing the quantum field around you. Your heart knows things that your mind cannot comprehend. It can sense opportunities before they become visible, feel the approach of abundance before it manifests, and guide you toward people and situations that support your financial growth. When you learn to trust your heart's intelligence and follow its guidance, you align yourself with a wisdom that transcends ordinary thinking. The pathway to heart-brain coherence is through sustained positive emotion, particularly gratitude and appreciation. As you rest tonight, allow your heart to fill with genuine appreciation for all the abundance already present in your life. Feel grateful for your beating heart, your breathing lungs, the roof over your head, the food in your stomach. This appreciation creates coherence, which creates powerful manifestation. In the state of heart-brain coherence, time seems to slow down, intuition becomes crystal clear, and solutions to problems appear effortlessly. You enter what athletes call the zone, and artists call flow state. In this optimal state of functioning, abundance manifestation becomes natural, effortless, and almost automatic. As you drift deeper into sleep, maintain this feeling of heart-centered gratitude and appreciation. Allow your heart to become a beacon of abundance, broadcasting prosperity frequencies throughout the night. Trust that your coherent heart is working even while you sleep, attracting opportunities, synchronicities, and resources that support your financial dreams. As your brainwaves slow from the busy beta frequencies of daily consciousness into the relaxed alpha states, a remarkable transformation begins to occur in your mental landscape. The rigid beliefs, the automatic thought patterns, the deeply ingrained programs about money and worth become fluid, malleable, ready to be gently reshaped and transformed. Alpha states, typically occurring at 812 Hz, are characterized by relaxed awareness, creative insight, and heightened suggestibility. In these states, your conscious mind steps aside, and your subconscious becomes remarkably receptive to new programming. This is the optimal brainwave frequency for dissolving limiting beliefs and installing new patterns of abundance thinking. Your scarcity beliefs are not truths. They are simply programs, learned responses, inherited patterns that have been reinforced through repetition and emotional intensity. Beliefs like, money doesn't grow on trees, you have to work hard for money, there's not enough to go around, or I don't deserve wealth, are nothing more than energetic patterns that can be dissolved and replaced. In alpha states, these belief systems lose their rigid structure. They become like ice melting into water, solid limitations transforming into fluid possibilities. This is why meditation, hypnosis, and pre-sleep programming are so effective for transformation. They all access these alpha brainwave states where change becomes possible. As you continue to relax, feel these old limiting beliefs beginning to soften and dissolve. You don't need to fight them or push them away. Simply allow them to melt naturally, like snow in spring sunshine. Where once there were rigid walls of limitation, now there is open space for new possibilities to emerge. Many of your scarcity beliefs were formed during childhood when your brain was naturally in alpha and theta states most of the time. A casual comment from a parent, a moment of financial stress in the family, or simply absorbing the collective beliefs about money from your environment could have installed deep programs about financial limitation. But what was programmed in alpha states can be reprogrammed in alpha states. The beautiful thing about alpha consciousness is that it doesn't require effort or struggle. You cannot force yourself into alpha. You can only allow it, relax into it, surrender to it. And in this allowing, in this gentle receptivity, profound transformation becomes not only possible but inevitable. Your brain is designed to update its programs, to adapt to new information, to evolve its patterns based on current input. Tonight, as you rest in these receptive alpha states, you are providing your brain with new data about abundance, new information about prosperity, new patterns that support your financial growth and success. Feel the old scarcity programming dissolving now, gently and completely. Feel new patterns of abundance taking root in the fertile soil of your relaxed mind. Trust that your brain knows exactly how to integrate these new programs, just as it learned language, formed memories, and developed skills throughout your life. As you sink deeper into sleep, know that this dissolution and transformation process continues throughout the night, with each sleep cycle bringing you closer to a new reality, where abundance is not just possible but natural, inevitable, and already yours. Beyond the world of form, beyond the realm of physical manifestation, there exists what quantum physicists call the quantum field, and mystics call the field of pure potential. This is the invisible matrix from which all possibilities emerge, the cosmic soup of infinite potential that gives birth to galaxies, planets, life forms, and yes, financial abundance. You are not separate from this field. You are an expression of it, a unique wave in the infinite ocean of consciousness. Your thoughts, emotions, and intentions create ripples in this field, disturbances that eventually collapse into physical experiences. When you align your consciousness with the frequency of abundance, you activate potentials in this field that inevitably manifest as prosperity in your life. During sleep, your individual consciousness naturally expands and merges with this field of pure potential. The boundaries of your personal identity soften, and you become connected to the vast intelligence that orchestrates all creation. In this state of expanded awareness, you have access to possibilities that your waking mind could never imagine, solutions that transcend ordinary thinking, and resources that exist beyond the visible world. The field of pure potential is not empty space. It is pregnant with infinite possibilities, teeming with unmanifested abundance, vibrating with unlimited wealth waiting to be called into form. Every fortune that has ever been created, every breakthrough innovation, every moment of sudden prosperity began as a potential in this field before materializing in physical reality. Your consciousness acts as a tuning fork in this field. Whatever frequency you consistently vibrate determines which potentials become activated and begin their journey from the invisible realm to the visible world. When you maintain the frequency of abundance through your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, you activate abundance potentials that must eventually manifest in your experience. Tonight, as you rest in this state of receptive awareness, feel yourself expanding beyond the limitations of your physical body, beyond the boundaries of your personal identity, into the infinite field of pure potential. Here, in this sacred space, abundance is not something you need to create or attract. It is something you simply recognize as already existing, already available, already yours. The field responds not to your wanting, but to your being. It responds not to your desperation, but to your certainty. It responds not to your pleading, but to your gratitude for what is already provided. As you align your being with abundance, as you embody the frequency of prosperity, as you become a living vibration of wealth consciousness, the field begins to reorganize itself around your new pattern. Every cell in your body is connected to this field through quantum entanglement. Every atom of your being is in constant communication with the infinite intelligence that maintains the perfect balance of all existence. You are not an isolated individual trying to extract resources from a reluctant universe. You are an integral part of an abundant cosmos that wants nothing more than to express its infinite creativity through your unique dreams and desires. Feel this truth penetrating every level of your being now. Feel your consciousness expanding into the field of pure potential. Feel the abundance potentials that bear your name beginning to stir, to activate, to move from possibility into probability, into inevitable manifestation. The field of pure potential is always available, always responsive, always ready to support your highest vision. Your only job is to maintain alignment, to stay tuned to the frequency of abundance, to trust in the perfect timing of universal unfoldment. As you sleep tonight, rest in the deep knowing that powerful forces are at work on your behalf, arranging circumstances, aligning opportunities, and preparing to deliver the abundance that is already yours in potential. In the mysterious realm of quantum mechanics, scientists have discovered a phenomenon that Einstein called spooky action at a distance, quantum entanglement. When two particles become entangled, they remain connected regardless of the distance between them. When one particle is affected, the other responds instantaneously, as if they are part of a single system despite being separated by vast distances. This same principle applies to consciousness and abundance. Through the power of intention and emotional alignment, you can become quantumly entangled with the prosperity that already exists in the universe. Once this entanglement is established, changes in your consciousness create immediate responses in the field of abundance, drawing resources, opportunities, and wealth toward you through invisible channels. Your consciousness is not limited to your brain or even your body. It extends far beyond physical boundaries, creating what scientists call a consciousness field that can influence events across space and time. When you consistently align this field with abundance, you create quantum entanglement with prosperity that exists everywhere in the universe. Every atom in your body was forged in the heart of ancient stars. The calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, the oxygen in your lungs were all created in stellar furnaces billions of years ago. You are literally made of stardust, cosmically connected to the infinite wealth and abundance that permeates the entire universe. This cosmic connection is not metaphorical, it is scientific fact. The same quantum field that connects entangled particles also connects your consciousness to abundance wherever it exists. Every millionaire, every successful business, every flow of prosperity anywhere in the world is part of the same quantum field that you are connected to through your consciousness. As you sleep tonight, this quantum entanglement becomes stronger and more stable. In the relaxed states of sleep consciousness, the barriers between your individual awareness and universal abundance dissolve. You become one with the flow of prosperity that moves through all successful enterprises, all wealth creation, all abundance manifestation everywhere in the cosmos. Through quantum entanglement, you don't need to compete for resources or struggle against scarcity. You simply need to align your consciousness with the abundance that already exists, and through quantum connection, this abundance begins to flow toward you naturally and effortlessly. What appears as your personal success is actually the universe expressing its infinite abundance through your unique consciousness. The wealthy people throughout history, who seem to have a golden touch, were not lucky. They were quantumly entangled with universal prosperity. They had learned, either consciously or unconsciously, to align their consciousness with abundance in such a way that wealth seemed to find them wherever they went. Feel this quantum entanglement forming now as you rest in this receptive state. Feel your consciousness connecting with the vast network of abundance that spans the entire universe. Feel yourself becoming part of the cosmic flow of prosperity that moves through galaxies, through civilizations, through all expressions of infinite creativity and wealth. Trust that once this quantum entanglement is established, it continues to work even when you are not consciously focused on it. Just as entangled particles remain connected regardless of distance or time, your connection to universal abundance becomes permanent, stable, and eternally active in drawing prosperity into your life. Your body is not a solid, fixed structure, but a dynamic energy system that is constantly regenerating, rebuilding, and renewing itself. Every 7 years, most of the cells in your body have been completely replaced, yet you remain you. This ongoing regeneration process is guided by the information encoded in your consciousness, and tonight, we are updating this information with abundance frequencies. During sleep, your cellular regeneration processes accelerate dramatically. Growth hormone surges through your system, damaged tissues are repaired, new neural connections are formed, and most importantly, your cells receive new programming about how to function in your upgraded abundant reality. Each cell in your body has its own electromagnetic field, its own frequency of vibration, its own information processing capacity. When you flood your system with abundance frequencies through conscious intention and emotional alignment, every cell begins to resonate with prosperity, literally rebuilding itself to support your wealthy future. Your cells are incredibly intelligent and adaptive. They respond to the information they receive from your consciousness by adjusting their structure, their function, and their output. Cells that have been vibrating with scarcity programming for years can be completely transformed to vibrate with abundance programming in surprisingly short periods of time. The DNA in each of your cells contains not just genetic information, but also quantum information that connects you to the field of infinite possibilities. During cellular regeneration, this quantum information is updated based on your current consciousness, your dominant emotions, and your strongest beliefs about yourself and your potential. As your cells regenerate tonight, they are incorporating new abundance information into their very structure. They are building themselves according to the blueprint of your prosperous future self, creating a physical foundation that can support and sustain unlimited wealth and success. Your liver cells are regenerating with the capacity to process the biochemistry of confidence and prosperity. Your heart cells are rebuilding themselves to pump not just blood, but abundance energy throughout your entire system. Your brain cells are forming new connections that support innovative thinking, creative problem solving, and intuitive decision making. Every system in your body is being upgraded to support your abundant future. Your digestive system is optimizing to extract maximum nutrition and energy from your food. Your nervous system is calibrating to handle higher levels of success without stress or overwhelm. Your endocrine system is balancing to produce the optimal hormonal environment for wealth creation. This cellular regeneration with abundance frequencies is not just physical, it is also energetic. Your chakras are being recalibrated to receive and circulate prosperity energy. Your aura is expanding to attract opportunities and resources. Your energy field is strengthening to maintain abundance, even in challenging circumstances. Feel this regeneration happening right now as you rest. Feel your cells rebuilding themselves according to the blueprint of your abundant future. Trust that your body knows exactly how to integrate these new frequencies, just as it knows how to heal wounds, fight infections, and maintain perfect balance among trillions of cellular processes. By morning, you will wake up in a body that has been literally rebuilt for abundance. A physical vehicle perfectly designed to support your prosperous destiny. A living temple that radiates wealth consciousness from every cell. Deep within your soul's essence exists a divine blueprint, a perfect template of who you are meant to become, when all limitations are removed and all potentials are fully expressed. This blueprint contains not just your spiritual purpose, but also your natural capacity for abundance. Your inherent worthiness to receive unlimited prosperity, your divine right to live in complete financial freedom. This blueprint was encoded in your consciousness before you took physical form, a cosmic design created by infinite intelligence to ensure that you have everything necessary to fulfill your highest purpose. Your soul chose this particular incarnation, this specific set of circumstances, this unique collection of talents and abilities because they provide the perfect foundation for expressing your abundant nature. Many people live their entire lives without ever accessing this divine blueprint, instead, operating from the limited programs they acquired through family conditioning, social programming, and past experiences. But tonight, as you rest in this sacred space between waking and sleeping, you have direct access to this original design of your abundant self. Your prosperous self is not something you need to become. It is who you already are at the deepest level of your being. Abundance is not foreign to your nature. It is your natural state. Wealth is not separate from your spiritual path. It is one of the ways your soul expresses its creative power in physical form. In the divine blueprint of your being, there are no limitations on how much good you can receive, how much wealth you can accumulate, how much success you can achieve. These limitations exist only in the conditioned mind, not in the original design of your soul. Tonight, we are awakening to this original design, remembering who you truly are beyond all acquired limitations. Your soul came here with specific gifts, unique talents, and particular contributions to make to the world. These gifts are not random. They are precisely what humanity needs. And when you express them fully, abundance flows naturally as a byproduct of your authentic expression. Your prosperity is not separate from your purpose. It is the natural result of being fully yourself. The divine blueprint includes not just your individual abundance, but your role in the greater pattern of universal prosperity. You are not meant to be wealthy in isolation, but to be a conduit through which universal abundance flows to benefit others. Your success becomes a blessing that ripples outward, creating opportunities and abundance for countless other souls. As you connect with this divine blueprint tonight, feel the truth of your inherent worthiness. Feel the reality of your unlimited potential. Feel the certainty that abundance is not just possible for you, but inevitable. When you align with your soul's true design, your prosperous self already exists in the quantum field, fully formed and completely abundant. This version of you is not bound by your current circumstances, past failures, or external limitations. It exists in a state of perfect alignment with infinite supply, effortless manifestation, and joyful prosperity. Through the power of imagination and emotional resonance, you can connect with this abundant version of yourself tonight. You can feel how it feels to live without financial worry, to have unlimited resources for your dreams, to be a generous contributor to the world's good. These are not fantasies. They are previews of your inevitable future when you align with your divine blueprint. Rest now in the knowing that this prosperous self is not separate from who you are. It is the truth of your being, temporarily veiled by limiting beliefs and conditioned patterns, but always present, always available, always ready to emerge when the conditions are right. Beyond your individual consciousness lies the vast field of collective human awareness, a shared mental space where all human thoughts, emotions, experiences, and knowledge are interconnected. Biologist Rupert Sheldrake called this phenomenon morphic resonance, the idea that patterns of behavior and thought, once established, become easier for others to access and replicate. Every person who has ever achieved financial success, every individual who has transcended scarcity to live in abundance, every soul who has mastered the art of prosperity has contributed to a collective field of abundance consciousness. Their thoughts, beliefs, strategies, and energetic patterns have become part of the morphic field, available for others to access and utilize. As you rest tonight, you are not just working with your individual consciousness. You are tapping into this vast reservoir of collective abundance wisdom. You have access to the insights of every successful entrepreneur, the strategies of every wealthy investor, the consciousness of every person who has ever lived in true prosperity. This morphic field contains not just practical knowledge about money and success, but also the energetic patterns, the vibrational frequencies, the consciousness blueprints that make abundance possible. By aligning with this field during your receptive sleep states, you can download these patterns directly into your own consciousness. The more people who achieve genuine abundance consciousness, the stronger this morphic field becomes, making it easier for others to access these patterns. You are not just benefiting from this field. By raising your own abundance consciousness, you are contributing to it, making it easier for future generations to live in prosperity. Throughout history, there have been times when collective abundance consciousness was strong, periods of innovation, exploration, and unprecedented prosperity. There have also been times when collective scarcity consciousness dominated, creating widespread economic hardship and limitation. Tonight, you are choosing to align with the abundance patterns rather than the scarcity patterns in this collective field. Your individual transformation affects the entire collective field. As you shift from scarcity consciousness to abundance consciousness, you create ripples in the morphic field that make this transformation easier for others. Your success becomes not just personal achievement, but service to humanity's evolution toward universal prosperity. The morphic field contains the accumulated wisdom of every spiritual tradition that has understood the principles of abundance, every mystery school that has taught manifestation, every ancient culture that lived in harmony with natural abundance. This wisdom is not lost. It exists in the collective field, accessible to anyone who approaches it with sincere intention. Feel yourself connecting now with this vast field of collective abundance wisdom. Feel the support of every successful person who has ever lived, the encouragement of every soul who has transcended limitation, the backing of every consciousness that has mastered prosperity. You are not alone in this journey. You are supported by the accumulated abundance wisdom of all humanity. Through morphic resonance, success patterns that might have taken you years to develop individually can be accessed and integrated in much shorter periods of time. The learning curve of abundance is shortened when you tap into the collective field of those who have already mastered these patterns. As you sleep tonight, trust that your consciousness is automatically aligning with the most beneficial abundance patterns in the morphic field. Trust that you are receiving the support, wisdom, and energetic backing of every soul who wants to see you succeed and prosper. Sleep is nature's most profound alchemical process, a nightly transformation where the lead of daily experience is transmuted into the gold of integrated wisdom, healed memories, and renewed potential. During these precious hours of rest, your consciousness performs miraculous feats of creation, healing, and manifestation that would be impossible during waking awareness. Ancient alchemists understood that true transformation required both solve, dissolution, and coagula, crystallization, the breaking down of old patterns and the formation of new structures. Sleep provides the perfect environment for this alchemical process, dissolving the limitations of the day while crystallizing new possibilities for tomorrow. As you enter the deeper stages of sleep, your brain waves slow to frequencies that match the Earth's natural rhythms, connecting you to the planet's electromagnetic field and the cosmic rhythms that govern all creation. In this state of planetary and cosmic alignment, your personal transformation becomes synchronized with universal evolutionary patterns. Your dreams are not random neural firings, but sophisticated alchemical laboratories, where your subconscious mind processes experiences, integrates new learning, and most importantly, rehearses future realities. Every dream of success, every nighttime vision of abundance, every sleeping experience of prosperity creates neural pathways that make these realities more likely to manifest. The pineal gland, your body's master alchemical laboratory, releases powerful compounds during sleep that facilitate states of consciousness capable of transcending ordinary reality. These naturally produced chemicals create internal experiences that are indistinguishable from external reality to your subconscious mind, allowing you to live your abundant future in advance. During REM sleep, your brain consolidates memories and integrates new learning with remarkable precision. The visualization practices, abundance affirmations, and prosperity feelings you experience before and during sleep are processed as real memories, creating neural patterns that support automatic abundance thinking and behavior. The alchemy of sleep transforms not just your mental patterns, but your physical body as well. Growth hormone surges repair and regenerate tissues according to your current consciousness patterns. If you go to sleep feeling abundant and prosperous, your body literally rebuilds itself to support and sustain wealth consciousness. Your energy body undergoes profound alchemical transformations during sleep as well. Chakras realign, meridians clear, and your aura expands and contracts in rhythmic patterns that process emotional energy and integrate new frequencies. The abundance frequencies you absorb during sleep are woven into your energy field, making prosperity a permanent part of your vibrational signature. The alchemical process of sleep works with whatever material you provide. If you go to sleep worried about money, your sleep alchemy will process and amplify these worry patterns. But if you drift into sleep feeling grateful, abundant, and prosperous, your sleep alchemy will transmute these positive patterns into deeper cellular programming and stronger neural pathways. Feel this alchemical transformation beginning now as you rest. Feel your consciousness beginning the sacred work of dissolving old limitations while crystallizing new possibilities. Trust that your sleeping mind knows exactly how to perform this transformation, just as your body knows how to digest food, circulate blood, and breathe without conscious direction. The alchemy of sleep is most powerful when you surrender completely to the process, when you release all effort and allow the natural intelligence of your system to work its magic. Tonight, you are not just sleeping. You are participating in an ancient alchemical ritual that has been transforming human consciousness for millennia. As the night progresses and your consciousness cycles through the various stages of sleep, a profound integration process is occurring at every level of your being. The abundance frequencies you have absorbed, the prosperity programming you have received, the new neural pathways you have formed, are all being woven together into a coherent new reality. This integration is not just mental or emotional, it is total, involving every aspect of your multidimensional being. Your physical cells are updating their information systems with abundance data. Your energy field is recalibrating to the frequency of prosperity. Your consciousness is expanding to accommodate new levels of possibility and potential. The subconscious mind works throughout the night to reconcile your new abundance programming with your existing belief systems, gently dissolving conflicts and contradictions while strengthening patterns that support your prosperous future. This process happens naturally and automatically, requiring no conscious effort or management. Your dream consciousness serves as a bridge between your current reality and your abundant future, creating preview experiences that familiarize you with success before it manifests in physical form. These dream rehearsals are crucial for manifestation because they eliminate the shock and disbelief that might otherwise block abundant experiences. As morning approaches and your brainwaves begin to rise toward waking consciousness, your newly integrated abundance patterns become stabilized and locked into your operating system. The transformation that occurred during the night becomes your new baseline, your new normal, your new automatic response pattern. This integration process is cumulative, meaning that each night of abundance programming builds upon the previous nights, creating stronger and more stable prosperity patterns. What might feel like subtle changes initially will compound over time into dramatic transformations in your outer reality. The key to successful integration is consistency and trust. Trust that the process is working even when you cannot consciously perceive the changes. Trust that your subconscious is implementing the new programming with perfect precision. Trust that your abundant future is already in motion, already manifesting, already on its way to you. Upon awakening, you may or may not remember the specific content of your dreams, but the transformation they facilitated will remain embedded in your consciousness. You may notice subtle shifts in your thoughts about money, your feelings about success, or your intuitive knowing about your financial future. Some people experience immediate dramatic changes after abundance programming during sleep, while others notice gradual shifts that unfold over days, weeks, or months. Both patterns are normal and perfect. Your unique consciousness will integrate these new patterns in the way that serves your highest good and creates the most stable, sustainable transformation. The integration process continues even after you wake up, as your conscious mind begins to align with the new subconscious programming. You may find yourself making different choices, taking different actions, or attracting different opportunities as your outer behavior automatically adjusts to match your inner transformation. Feel this integration completing now as you rest in these final moments of deep programming. Feel all the abundance frequencies, all the prosperity patterns, all the wealth consciousness settling into the deepest levels of your being, becoming part of your permanent operating system. As this journey through the realm of nocturnal abundance programming draws to a close, you rest now in the profound knowing that you are not separate from the universe, but rather an integral expression of its infinite creative power. The abundance you seek is not external to you. It is the very essence of your being, the fundamental nature of the cosmos expressing itself through your unique consciousness. The universe is not economical. It is abundantly generous beyond all measure. Consider the billions of stars in our galaxy alone, each one radiating tremendous energy across vast distances. Consider the countless grains of sand on all the world's beaches, the infinite droplets in all the oceans, the immeasurable abundance of life that flourishes in every environment on Earth. This is the true nature of existence, limitless, generous, eternally creative. You are not an exception to this cosmic abundance. You are one of its most precious expressions. The same intelligence that maintains the perfect orbit of planets, that coordinates the migration of birds across continents, that orchestrates the blooming of trillions of flowers each spring, is working tirelessly to bring your dreams into manifestation. There is no scarcity in the universe, only the appearance of scarcity created by limited perception and conditioned consciousness. When you align with the true nature of reality, when you remember your inherent connection to infinite supply, when you trust in the eternal flow of universal abundance, prosperity becomes as natural as breathing. The transformation you have experienced tonight is not temporary, it is permanent. The new neural pathways, the updated cellular programming, the aligned energy field, the integrated abundance consciousness, all of these changes are now part of your permanent operating system. You are literally not the same person who began this journey hours ago. As you move forward from this moment, trust that the universe will begin immediately to reflect your new internal state in your external circumstances. Opportunities will appear, resources will manifest, synchronicities will align to support your abundant future. Your job is not to figure out how this will happen, but to remain open, receptive, and grateful for the unfolding miracle. The abundance programming you have received tonight will continue to work in your consciousness 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, constantly attracting prosperity, creating opportunities, and aligning circumstances to support your financial growth. This is not a one-time event, but the beginning of a lifelong partnership with universal abundance. Remember that your success serves not just yourself, but all of humanity. When you prosper, you become a living example of what is possible. When you thrive, you give others permission to thrive as well. When you align with abundance, you strengthen the morphic field of prosperity consciousness for all souls on earth. Rest now in complete trust and surrender, knowing that powerful forces are working on your behalf. The seeds of your abundant future have been planted in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. They will grow naturally, automatically, inevitably, manifesting in perfect timing as the beautiful harvest of prosperity that is your birthright. Feel the eternal flow of universal abundance moving through you now and always. You are held, supported, and infinitely loved by a universe that wants nothing more than to see you succeed beyond your wildest dreams. Sleep peacefully, knowing that you wake to a world of unlimited possibility, where abundance is not just possible, but inevitable. Your transformation is complete. Your abundant future has begun. Welcome to your new reality of infinite prosperity and eternal flow. The journey continues as you sleep.